Soldiers' uniforms and weapons in the Ptolemaic kingdom were influenced from the Greek presence in Egypt at the time, as Alexander the Great had just colonized the country. Infantry soldiers were the most common type of soldier. Men who chose an infantry position in the army were required to undergo little training but extensive duties in and around Egypt, as well as occupying military bases. Here is a diagram of the different attributes a standard soldier would have. You may notice that the majority of items were made out of raw materials like bronze and steel. This was because of the vast number of quarries and mines in the Egyptian desert that the predecessors of the land had built. Now let's move on to the archer, a key role in the Ptolemaic army. The archer was a role in the Ptolemaic army that demanded soldiers of this position to be trained in marksmanship and very precise shots. There was a heavy Persian influence on the archer uniform, and the armour that they wore was often decorated with trinkets and made out of gold. The highest rank of archers were actually trained to defend Alexander the Great when he regularly travelled and paraded through the streets. Archers manned posts with infantry in bases and were placed in high towers to maintain a careful eye on the outside of the compound, meanwhile while shooting anyone who passed through the gates. Now, it's time for the big guys, and yes, I'm not exaggerating this, they are huge. The infamous brutes held a huge amount of authority in the army and demanded the utmost respect, even from the captain. Wielding a skull-crushing mace, these giants were put in the strongholds to maintain order and discourage rebels or outlaws from trespassing in the army camp. Maces were often made out of cast iron or lead and were the main weapon of the brutes. These soldiers possessed little protection due to their gargantuan bodies. Finally, I will explain to you the highest caste in the soldier rank, that was the captain or commander. The army captain or commander was a position very few soldiers were offered, and consisted of tiring training lasting around up to 3 years. After this training was completed, the captain then commanded armies and compounds in and around Egypt, gradually gaining money and becoming very rich in the Egyptian caste of power. Captains were ruthless and didn't mess around. Here are some of the items they owned. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I also hope that you enjoy next video when I discuss the bandit caste of power and housing in the Ptolemaic kingdom of Egypt. Bye!